It's Dual Destinies tonight, featuring Phoenix Wright and the rest of his crew, who's tight. I spit super hot fire. Welcome back, everyone. I think my soul has left its body. Temporarily, at least. I mean, while it comes back, I welcome you. Hope you've been doing well tonight. My stream seems to be doing okay. Just checking on everything first. Alright. Oh, I should drink some water. There we go. Today, I'm going to do a lot more talking because that's that kind of game. And honestly, I kind of like it like that. Kind of do. Alright, everything seems to be good. My controller's working. Let's go. The monstrous turnabout. So last time we got our introduction to this game's gumshoe. Now what do we do? We just talked to this guy, right? Yeah. We explored the... What was it? The Fox Chamber already. Yeah. So now what? Well... We look at our court record, we can use the new notes feature. Incredible. We need to talk to Jinxie. Gotcha. Alright, where do we go for that then? Detention center, maybe? Nope, Athena's here. Well. Any ideas? The classic dialogue option. Come up with anything yet? Oh, of course I have. But it's not quite ready for prime time. Huh? The truth will only be revealed once we've dotted all our I's and crossed all our T's. In other words, it's still just a theory, so I don't think I should say anything yet. It's the dilemma of any great detective. It's the dilemma any great detective must face. Whatever. Widget. So basically, you have no ideas. Thanks for nothing. I'm not sure how I should go about differentiating Trucy's and Athena's voice, because they're very much similar characters. They fulfill the same role. For now, at least. About the murder. What are your thoughts on the case so far? Well, I think our killer is most likely highly intelligent and stone cold cool. I mean, just look at how they killed the alderman. One decisive thrust. One decisive what? No hesitation. And you know this how? Psychology? That's right. I've profiled the killer based on the evidence we found at the scene. I can almost picture the killer in my mind. A terrifying face twisted from hatred toward the victim. Big, bulging eyes full of murderous intent. A horrible gash-like mouth from ear to ear. And wings, black and sinister. Wings? That sounds like Tenmataro. On second thought, scratch psychology. That last part was just my imagination. You think? Alright, well, Athena's useless. Well, she'd probably be in the garden, right? Nope. Oh, she's everywhere. Maybe here? Alright, it is April 17th in the Yokai Lane. Oh look, there's Jinxie. You'd think Jinxie would be like someone's nickname, right? Jinxie sounds like a nickname. If that's your given name, well, I'm sorry. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and... Oh, sounds like she's out grocery shopping. She must really like dairy products. Charmed to make a better milkshake and another cure to my lactose intolerance. Ugh. Ugh. Imagine being lactose intolerant. Just tolerate it. My condolences to all the lactose intolerant people out there. They really have it rough. Maybe she should just stick to soy milk. Jinxie, hey, it's me. It's the demon boy. Not another warning charm. It's still on me. It's not even taking it off. Apollo? Who is she? Oh, right. This is your first time meeting each other. This is Jinxie, Mayor Tenma's daughter. She was the first to discover the crime scene. Oh, so she's the one who... hello. My name's Athena Psyches. I'll be helping Apollo defend your father at his trial. Excuse me. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you too. Where's Trucy? Oh, she went back to the office ahead of us. Don't worry, Athena and I are on the case. Wait, how do I know you didn't... You didn't gobble her up alive? Relax, I didn't eat her up. And I wouldn't do such a thing in the first place. Oh, poor little Trucy. I'm about ready for some tears of frustration myself. She's quite an, interesting character, huh, Apollo? Yeah. Interesting is quite the understatement. The incident. Jinxie, do you remember any more of what happened? Not much. At least, not yet. Just show us the culprit already. The clown-looking ass guy, like, come on. But you do think Temataro was the killer, right? That yokai we saw at the festival? I don't know anything about that. Huh? But you said Temataro murdered the alderman. It's okay. Oh, that's me. It's okay, Jinxie. You're the... Yikes, what was that for? You can tell me. Okay. Raise the text log. People see things when they don't get enough sleep. There's no such thing as monsters. Huh? It's gone into her. So, if there are no monsters, you admit I'm human. No, you're still a demon. Oh, I give up. Seems like Jinxie doesn't want to talk about Temataro for some reason. That's precisely what we need to know more about. Besides, she definitely thought there was a yokai there in the fox chamber. Jinxie, about this charm. That's... You gave me this when I was heading off to the scene of the crime. You thought Tenmataro was the murderer. That's why you gave this to me, right? Oh shit. That's true, but... If there's anything else you could tell us, it would really help. And it will help your father, too. Alright, then. Tenmataro did it. Sure. Why do you think Tenmataro is the killer? I saw him. I saw him with my own eyes. Tenmataro was right there in the manor. He escaped his prison and ran right by me. What? Jinxie, tell us everything you saw. I called the police after I stumbled on the scene. I was just about to head back to the festival grounds when I saw Tenmataro. It was right around here. He was running right at me. I was paralyzed with fear. But there was no one around to help me. The foul beast raced right by me toward the foyer. Toward the foyer? Mr. Filch and Mr. LaBelle were supposedly in the foyer at the time. That means they could have seen... they would have seen Temataro, too. Sounds like we better get their statements. Considering Jinxie's mental state, her eyes could have been playing tricks on her. Apollo? Remember the picture in this paper? Someone caught Tenmataro flying through the air. I wonder if it's the same Tenmataro the same Tenmataro Jinxie says she saw. Wow, that was unnecessarily hard. Don't be ridiculous. Tenmataro is the killer, and he can fly too. The Amazing Nine Tails. Jinxie works at the Alderman's Manor, so maybe she can shed some light on this. So, no one knows the Amazing Nine Tails' true identity. No one at all? Uh-huh. They say no one's even seen him but without his mask. Doesn't that want to make you know even more? Uh-huh. That's why matches where wrestlers try to expose their opponent are so popular. Wait, you mean expose as in strip them naked? Yes, Apollo. Apollo, what kind of wrestling have you been watching? Because I want some. Even think like a demon. The only thing the winner removes is the loser's mask. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. So you see, these unmasking matches are life and death battles for the wrestlers. That means this mask didn't just happen to wash up along the riverbank. There's got to be a story behind it. No one can stop the Amazing Nine Tails. But she'd be shocked to find out he's really the Alderman. Okay, at least Apollo knows. About the yokai you saw at the scene of the crime. Anything else stand out? Well, I'm dropping quite a few frames. What is going on here? Well, everything looks okay for now. Actually, I heard this strange jangly sound. A jangly sound? Could you be a little more specific? My memory's kind of fuzzy. But I vaguely recall seeing Tenmataro holding a staff or something like that. Staff? Maybe that's what was making the strange sound. Does Tenmataro usually carry a staff? Good question. Never heard anything like that, and it's not shown on the scroll. How about in other documents? Any of them show Tenmataro with the staff? This is the only known document depicting Tenmataro. After all, those who needlessly... Oh, typo? Those who needlessly depict the demon are forever cursed. What's the deal with the Tenmataro you saw, Jinxie? Seems those who foolishly choose to depict the demon are cursed. We have Jinxie's account. Why didn't you tell me you saw Tenmataro earlier? Actually, Mr. LaBelle told me not to tell. Bars? Mr. LaBelle? Papa's aide. Oh, right. The other guy who was supposedly in the foyer at the time of the crime. What exactly did he tell you? Keep the village superstitions in mind before you go talking about seeing Tenmataro at the time of the crime. I don't know, man. That's a little sus. A little sussy. Village superstitions? Say you must not gaze upon Tenmataro, but in the event that you do, look. And then tell anyone what you saw. Tenmataro will claim your soul. And that's something everyone here knows? Sounds like a bunch of baloney to me. Uh-huh. everyone from babies to the village elders know about it. But I didn't because I'm not from around here. Hey, come to think of it. Huh? Why is everyone hiding their faces? Hey, you there! You mustn't stare at Tomataro like that. Lower your eyes. He'll steal your soul if you're not careful. Huh? Steal my soul? Seriously? You know, the special event thing said almost the exact same thing. Apollo, do you think this LaBelle guy actually believes in Tenmataro? I seriously doubt it. He's not even from Ninetails Vale. Then why would he try to keep Jinxie from talking? Question. I think we better go have a word with him. Okay. The funky beats are back on. I repeat, the funky beats are back on. Time to unmask this monster of a mystery. The last time I saw Mr. LaBelle, he was relaxing in the foyer. Bueno. Next stop, the monster foyer. With any luck, he'll be waiting there for us. QB Manor. Foyer, who knows? Who cares? There's no one here. I guess our luck isn't so good when it comes to Mr. LaBelle. Maybe he's out for a walk or something. Somebody left something on the sill of the caretaker's office window. Oh, it's a TV program guide. Looks like someone circled a pro wrestling match. Tenement Town Pro Wrestling. Howlin' Wolf versus Pretty Boy Vampire. Blow by blow commentary by Timothy Twilight. Wow. That's definitely a Twilight reference. That certainly is one. Any Twilight fans out there? Are you team Edward or are you team Jacob? I don't know. Well, what else is there? Married to Yokai. Repeat. Episode 8. Wait? You're something human? Starring something Vetus and Willie Wait? Fill in blocks? The Veil, something feature. Peekaboo. Found you. Yokai of the Amazon. Join the something. Or Tofu Taro. High protein yokai. Fight cancer. I need some of that tofu. Cure cancer. Hell yeah. Well, it's not really a cure. It says fight. It's not the same thing. Oh, it's this guy. What voice did I give him again? It's been a week. Forgive me. Reminds me of Danny DeVito for some reason. Hey, what do you think you're doing? It's oh, Mr. Filch. What can we do for you? I bet she was going to scream monster, which really isn't much of a stretch. Ain't nothing I need you to do for me. Well, what business you got with my TV listings? Oh no, it just caught my eye. Can I ask if you watched this pro wrestling program today? Yep, it was a match between a couple of rank amateurs, though. It was a complete disaster. I reckon even I could have done better than that. I seriously doubt that. Okay, that's a pretty random evidence to have. No, almost forgot. There's something I wanted to ask him. Mr. Filch, did you see anything unusual around the time of the murder? For example, Temataro or something like that. Huh? Temataro? So you did see him. My, how clean and shiny your forehead is again today, Mr. Lawyer, sir. I bet you shine it up every day real purty-like. The ladies must love it. Don't change the subject. And FYI, that was a seriously bad attempt at flattery. Jinxie said she saw Temataro flee toward the foyer. So you must have seen him too if you were here. Yipes! Wow, I really pushed the button there. Well, did you see anything or not? Oh my god, it's him. Oh, that is quite enough. I must ask that you not pester my friend anymore. Why is he pushing up his like, flower like that? Stop playing with your boob flower. Yipes! Forgive me for being pestered, sir. And you are? I am Florent LaBelle. Your divine and personal aid to Mayor Damien Tenma. This guy's theme is something else. Why is he fondling his his flower like that? That is making me deeply uncomfortable. Tickle your balls like that, my guy? You divine? More like yokai grotesque. This place is crawling with monsters. Oh, excuse you. What the heck was that for? Oh, it was just a little cologne. You had a look of stinky sweat about you. It's from my own original brand of cosmetics called Je suis la belle. Oh, what a heavenly scent. Ugh, you just paralyzed my olfactory receptors. I suppose such a scent would be difficult for a peasant to appreciate. If you know, that is brand number 5, Bonjour. It's my way of introducing myself. Enjoy. Where's my bottle of adieu so I can return the favor? Enough about the cologne. Please tell us what you saw around the time of the murder. I wonder who the culprit could be. I heard you're the one who told Jinxie not to mention that she saw Temataro. Badly with a handsome man? Really? I guess we all have different tastes. What's up, Lily? Why, that little... So, she told you she saw the demon, did she? Mr. LaBelle, mind if I ask you, whether you believe in the village superstitions? Oh, please. I was merely trying to keep it traditions. Nevertheless, I will say this. I wouldn't stick my nose into this whole Temataro business if I were you. Bad things happen to those who do. That much is true. He is one scary monster. That's crazy. You really expect me to believe that monsters are real? Oh, well, you're real, and your shoe looked like a monster. Now look who's talking. So, Mr. Little Jinxie has an active imagination. Isn't that right, Phineas?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't see nothing, especially not Temataro.
As for me, I only see things of beauty. That is why I can barely see you. I've got 2 words for this guy. Total freak. Alright, well... Let's hear your alibi. Could I ask you what you were doing at the time of the crime? In other words, you'd like to hear my alibi? To think you'd expect me of all people. Oh, no, it's just a formality. We ask everyone... Ah! How dare you doubt me? That's an affront to beauty itself. You obviously you can't see straight. Oh, like that spritz really helps. I like how he has to cover his own nose when he sprays it. What were we doing, you ask? Go ahead, Filchi. Answer the question.
Well, at the time of the crime, we were, in this here foyer.
Exactly. Good answer, Filchi. Good answer.
I'm just repeating what you told.
You've said quite enough. What is with these two? Great, now he's got me talking like that. Are we quite through here? I'm a very busy man, you know. Right. Well, thanks for your help. So these two were in the foyer, but didn't see Temataro. Come along, field chief.
Where are we going? Oh, right. Gotta practice them statements for tomorrow. Yipes! My eyes!
You're going to dig your own grave with that big mouth of yours someday? What does he mean, practice statements? What do you think he means, Apollo? I hope there's some, like, big plot twist somewhere in this case, because so far it's just boring now that we know the culprit. Or who I think's the culprit, at least. Now, if you excuse me, it's time to touch up my makeup.
Apollo, I know this sounds strange, but Mr. LaBelle seems unusually preoccupied with Temataro.
Really? What can you tell?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. You see, I can read people's emotions from the tone of their voice.
I mean, you have good ears?
Something like that. People's emotions are expressed in the tone of their voice, and my ears can pick up on even the subtlest of tones for some reason.
That's an interesting skill. But what do you mean he's preoccupied with Temataro?
I'm not exactly sure, but it was like he was obsessed with the thought of Temataro. That's what I picked up from his voice anyway.
Everywhere everywhere we turn, it's Temataro this, Temataro that.
We should go talk to the mayor too.
Sounds like a plan. We need to get to the bottom of that rumor about him wanting to release Temataro. We're back. Oh, need water.
Something wrong, Apollo? Where did your enthusiasm go?
What am I doing asking the mayor if he has ever thought about releasing Temataro? At best, he'll think I'm an idiot. At worst. Ugh.
Oh, he's here.
Hello.
It's nice to finally meet you. I'm Mr. Justice's partner, Athena Psyches. I'm looking forward to working with you, Mr. Tenma Taro.
Hmm? Oh, yes. I look forward to working with you, too.
Yeah.
Glad he didn't mind Athena calling him by a completely wrong name. What is his name, anyway?
Apollo, he's just as kind and gentle looking as I'd imagined.
Where is he? Tenma... Oh, Damien Tenma. Yes. She's 18. Lucky for you, after that blunder you just made. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. There are rumors going around about how you want to, or did set Temataro free. What utter nonsense.
Yikes.
They always assume the worst of me because of the way I look. Those rumors don't have a shred of truth, I tell you.
A little touchy about his appearance, isn't he?
What he really needs to work on are his people skills. For mayor, that is kind of weird, though. So rumor has it that you want to push the merger through in order to release Tenmataro. Of course, that's a bunch of baloney, isn't it?
Sorry. Sorry if I offended you.
So, that's the talk of the town. That's the talk around town, is it?
I can see how that would make you angry.
What if Jinxie's schoolmates start teasing her about this? Huh? I must break out of here at once. Her tormentors must be taught a lesson. No, wait. First, we have to get you a not guilty verdict. Don't try to stop me. This is about a father's duty to his darling daughter. Hold tight, sweet Jinxie. Daddy's gonna come save you. Relax. We'll look out for your daughter until we can get you free. I like Damien. He's a good guy. Is that so? You don't need me to go straighten things out myself? Oh boy. They'd probably call in the SWAT team if he showed up at her school. Oh, right. I have to ask about the reason behind the merger. Why the merger? Seems like you were rather forceful in pushing reading. How does it work? It seems like you were rather forceful in pushing for the municipal merger. Did you really want Ninetales Vale that badly? Yes, well, it's quite an attractive prize in terms of tourism. Oh? What is this? Wait. Am I feeling what I think I'm feeling? Oh, is it time to observe? Sure, I played a bit of hardball, but only when I deemed it necessary. I knew it. My bracelet's reacting. What is it, Apollo? Mayor Tenma may not be telling the whole truth. Really? Can you tell? People invariably tense up when they lie. That's where my bracelet here comes in. A gift from Mommy. I can sense when the person I'm talking to is feeling tense, because it begins to feel tight on my arm. No way! You can do that? Wait, so you believe me? Just like that? I'm sure. Each of us has our own special gifts. Oh yeah, Yuna has a gift too. Her special sense of hearing. Still, what do you think the mayor is lying about? I don't know, but it's our job to find out. It's been a while since my bracelet last reacted like this. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. Marissa touched my bracelet. Right, now let's give it a whirl. Ooh, the music's back too. Yes, I remember this feeling of intense concentration. The ability to see the smallest twitch, the slightest frown that no one else can see. No. Mayor Tenma was lying somewhere in that statement he just made. And when he lied, a certain habit made itself clear, just under his right eye. I just had to shift my viewpoint up and focus on that area. Alright. There it is. Pretty obvious. Alright, I've got him now. His tick should appear when he's trying to pull the wool over my eyes. I've got to pour over every word he says and wait for his tick to appear. When it does, I'll perceive it. Yes, well, it's quite an attractive prize for tourism. Here we go. Confirm. Gotcha! It's a new voice for Apollo. Mr. Mayor, please. You can trust us with the truth. The truth? I don't understand. When you mentioned tourism, the bottom of your right eye started twitching. What nonsense is this? So what if it did? Please, tell us more about your merger bid. What more is there to tell? Why were you really seeking to merge with Ninetales Vale? I already told you. Tourism. The monster craze really revitalized the village, making it quite the prize. You really don't trust us, do you? What are you talking about? The village has been hot property ever since the monster craze started, has it not?
I think you've yet to realize that what you're saying contradicts the facts. You say that the monster craze really revitalized Ninetales Vale, so you felt it would be an attractive prize for tourism. But that would contradict this. Contradict what? Let's see. The monster craze in Ninetales Vale is a very recent phenomenon. It was sparked when the amazing Ninetales rose up against the municipal merger. Okay, I got it right. Nice. The village was practically a ghost town before then. Ah! So you see, you couldn't have possibly seen it as an attractive prize for its tourism. But the real reason behind your push... what's the real reason behind your push to merge Tenement Town with Ninetales Vale, huh? Well, uh, 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 What, are we gonna have Psyche Locks now, or... No. I hope we have all the mechanics in. We have Psyche Locks, we have the Observe stuff, and I guess, I don't know how I feel about the whole hearing emotion stuff, but, you know, it's there. Why the merger? Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Honestly, I never wanted to pursue the merger in the first place. But I had no choice if I wanted to protect my darling little Jinxie. Protect her from what? I received a threat. It said either I go through with the merger or my Jinxie dies. What? How awful. Who would do such a thing? I don't know. Maybe a certain perfume-loving individual. Whoever blackmailed me must be connected to the murder. Wait, so you think the blackmailer and the killer could be one and the same? Alderman QB was immensely popular. So you have to ask, who would want him dead? The blackmailer who wanted the merger at all costs had all the motive in the world. Why go from blackmail to murder? The merger protests won't disappear just because the alderman was killed. Could it be? What if there was another reason for the murder? Like what? Maybe the blackmailer discovered Alderman QB's secret identity. And his secret identity was a threat to the blackmailer's merger scheme. What do secret identities have to do with anything, Apollo? I have evidence revealing the Alderman's secret identity. Maybe it's time to use it. So we present then? Is it just the mask? Aotenma, please take a look at this, if you would. That's the amazing Ninetales' mask. What is the meaning of this? This mask was almost definitely at the crime scene. And there was some white hair inside. White hair? You say? There was but one person with white hair in the manor that day. What are you saying? You know which man I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about Rex QB, the amazing Ninetales himself. No way! The alderman was impossible. Wait, come to think of it, Alderman QB was a former pro wrestler. So the blackmailer turned killer. When he discovered the alderman's secret identity. Didn't I just say that? But yeah, the amazing Ninetales was the threat to the blackmailer's scheme. He opposed the merger, and as a result, single-handedly sparked the monster craze. Even so, what was the mask doing at the crime scene? There had been an event at the manor. Maybe Alderman QB had taken part in it. if you get my drift. This is absurd. Mr. Mayor, do you have proof of the threat that was made against you? Talking. Do you have proof of the threat that was made against you? Yes, a blackmail letter. Unfortunately, it disappeared after the murder. I've been carrying it around my briefcase, but now it suddenly vanished. The blackmailer must have taken it with him after they killed the alderman. Well, at least we've clearly established the killer's motive. We got motive, we got who did it. I guess we just don't know how. Tenma, visiting hours are over. It would appear this meeting is adjourned. Sorry about that. Do you really think the Tenmatara that Jinxie saw is the killer? I don't know. All I know is that there is no such thing as monsters. What about that newspaper article? Could the killer have purposely freed Tenmataro to do their dirty work? Oh, come on. There wasn't any Tenmataro to release in the first place. Yes, but the only suspects the police have right now are the mayor and a yokai. Probably be arguing whether there was a yokai involved in court tomorrow. I can already see that look of disbelief on the judge's face. Apollo, are you alright? I'm fine. I'll think of something. Better, because I can't very well say a flying demon was the killer. At this point, the only thing I know for sure is tomorrow's going to be one doozy of a trial. It's a doozy. To be continued. Right now. Save. Over this. Now we're back. One sec, guys. Okay, we're back. 9:15 a.m. Trial time. Where's Trucy? You okay, Athena? You've been really antsy ever since we got here. I'm just excited. This is my first real court case after all. Yeah, real ball of excitement she is. I know just what she needs. Athena! Didn't you ever learn about indoor and outdoor voices? I'm just trying to show you the best way to relieve your pre-trial jitters. By scaring the daylights out of me? No, I find that shouting "I'm fine" in a loud voice really relieves stress. Part of my Chords of Steel voice workout, and a must before every trial. You want me to shout? Here? That's right. Here, I'll go first, then you try. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. Alright, I'm Athena Psyches, and I'm fine. I think that actually worked. I thought it might help. Always worked for me. So that was actually from Chords of Steel? An old friend of mine from junior high, and I say it all the time. I see. A proven remedy to calm the soul. I like it. Hey, how about we finish off with a race around the courthouse? The point is to relieve stress, not get totally exhausted. Oh shit. It's Daddy Wright. What's with all the racket, you two? Oh, Mr. Wright. Just a little voice workout. Hey, what's with the suit? Oh, this? Yeah, he's got a two-piece now. I was thinking about getting my attorney's badge back. That's all. Oh, this is the past, so yeah, he doesn't have it back yet. he slicked his hair again. No longer in his hobo phase. I miss Hobo Phoenix. That's all. That's huge news. But why now? I have a feeling I'll be needed in the courtroom again sometime soon. But we can talk about that another time. No fair. Inquiring minds want to know. Wow. There he is. I'm so used to him in his usual laid-back clothes. He's shaven too. That suit makes him look like $1 million. By the way, have you heard about the prosecutor assigned to this case? Yeah, he's serving time, but before that, he was a prosecutor. He also uses psychology? That's right. I've heard the rumors about how he was back before his conviction. Using the power of suggestion. He can make even the most stalwart defendants confess. Psychology in the courtroom. Suggestion? You mean like hypnosis? Been hearing a lot about that lately. So he must be a pretty scary guy, considering he's a prison inmate and all. So they say. They also say he'll cut you down if you talk too much. Ah, I knew he was going to be bad news. It's probably just hyperbole. At least I hope for your sake. Wait, so is it true or not? Let's just say you should be concise and choose your words carefully. If you'd like to keep that head of yours attached to the rest of your body, that is. Yikes! Better turn down my cords of steel too. So, are you all ready? It might be a good idea to check the court record again before stepping into the ring. Alright, let's do that. We have our attorney's badge. We have our, what else? What kind of legend scroll? We have the warding charm and Ninetales flower. It was her mother's favorite, apparently. A newspaper with a photo of Tamatara soaring through the air. Around 3:40 p.m. Diagram of the crime scene. There's the forbidden chamber, and there's also a vent. Someone could have vented. You know. Are there any blind spots in the foyer? Yes, actually. You can go straight from the caretaker's office up to the stairs without getting spotted. Interesting. Covered in blood. Out of the fox chamber, there are bloody footprints. Bloody footprints. No, bloody footprints. Black feathers scattered on top of the blood. Mask. The Amazing Ninetales. Jinxie's statement. Summary. After leaving the scene and calling the police, they passed each other at a bend in the hall as he made for the foyer. Oh, Tenmataro sighting, yeah. He was carrying a staff-like implement that jingled. She couldn't call for help because there was no one else in the hall. TV program guide. The afternoon wrestling match was a total disaster. Alright, well, got everything. Right, Mr. Wright. But I'm fine. I'll be watching from the gallery. Good luck. Thanks. Okay, let's do this. The odds of pulling this off are ridiculously low, but that's nothing new. Believe in our client. Seek the truth. That's all we can do. Hang in there, Mayor Tenma. Here comes justice. He's got to say the line. Somehow, it's not lame anymore. Courtroom number 4, 9:30. It's time. All rise. Where's our prosecutor? Court is now in session for the trial of Damien Tenma, fellow judge. Hall Justice, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor. I'd know that big booming voice anywhere. As chipper as ever, eh, Mr. Justice? But who is the young lady next to you? Okay, Judge. Don't get any ideas, okay? I'm Athena Psyches, Mr. Justice's junior partner, and fresh out of law school. Well now, full of beans too, eh? Full of beans. Sure. I'm full of beans. Excellent. Makes an old man feel young again. Now for the prosecution. Not here. It appears the prosecution is not ready yet. Never fear, for I shall explain. It's just a minor procedural complication, Your Honor. Hello, Fulbright. I hope he grows on me, because right now, he's just a character. The prosecution for this case is being escorted from prison as we speak. Straight from prison. Prison? Oh, yes, of course. I almost forgot that he is currently serving time. Oh shit, anime time. Oh, it's this guy. I've seen art of him.
Prosecutor Blackwell's an inmate.
Oh shit. Edgy. While you were studying law, he was studying the blade. He's got quite the haircut, too. Badass. Who's that with his back to us over there? That's him. I'm sure of it. Prosecutor Blackwell.
Is the prosecution ready?
He's got a feather in his mouth. What voice should I give him? Enough jabbering. Get on with it already.
Oh, of course, forgive me.
Oh, why are all the people related to this case so scary?
Very well. Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statement, if you please.
He's got the cuffs on, too.
Oh, what's the matter?
Must we continue to fritter away time like this? It is all right here in the indictment. An opening statement would be pointless.
Pointless. Oh, well.
It looks like the cat, or in this case, the prosecutor has the judge's tongue.
But we need an opening statement as an overview of the case at hand.
Hello, Edna Vane. Keep up the grind? Oh, thank you. Found me randomly on YouTube. Well, that's a first. It's definitely the right choice to to upload my VODs, I guess. Welcome. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Well then, your baldness. If it's so very important, why don't you do the honors?
Ooh, me?
There's a term for people who whine and fuss about how they need silly, useless things. And then decide they no longer want them once it's theirs. A selfish old fool.
Huh?
Wait, was that the prosecution's opening statement? Old dotards such as you are a plague upon the young. I pity your poor grandchildren. Or is it great-grandchildren?
All these years, I've thought the opening statement was the prosecutor's job. But I suppose I could give it a try. Might be a nice change of pace.
This guy is so stunned he can't even hold this prosecutor in contempt of court. What? He actually fell for that? That must have been the power of suggestion Mr. Wright was talking about. I mean, we are talking about the judge here. Like, I feel like he's pretty manipulatable.
The opening statement, huh? Well, let's see here. The victim was one Rex Cubey, alderman of Ninetails Vale. And the defendant, Damien Tenma, mayor of Tenma is accused of his murder.
And why, pray tell, was the mayor arrested? You know, I like this guy's design. It's like the mix of suit and like a bit of samurai. It's like so edgy that it kind of works. Fucking shadows and scars on his eyes. It's like my edgy OC, please don't steal kind of thing. Nothing personnel, kid. Oh, you are enjoying the stream? You don't have to donate. Honestly, I haven't read too much about the new rule. I've been considering taking off the tips thing. Like, completely. Yeah, you don't have to donate if you don't want to. $50-50 apparently. Huh. Really? Even off of like external things like Streamlabs? Interesting.
Prints were on the murder weapon. Plus, he had a motive: the elimination of the biggest roadblocks in the municipal merger. The caretaker and the secretary, other potential suspects, both have alibis. And his daughter, who was also in the vicinity at the time of the incident, has no motive.
So, in a nutshell,
I'd have to say the charges against the defendant are incontrovertible.
Bravo, your baldness. Your years of experience shine bright like your head.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
He's playing Simon Says with the judge.
Moving right along now, let's hear from our first witness for today, Detective Fulbright. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
I'm the detective assigned to this case. Oh wait, no, that's not his voice. Bobby Fulbright. Oh, and I'll also be keeping tabs on old Blackwell here. I also heard you would provide protection if it ever came to that. You think you can protect against this guy? It would seem that I have been sorely underestimated. Wait, who's protecting who from what? Still, I truly believe anyone can turn their life around, even... Oh! Fulbright. Save your platitudes for funerals. Get on with your statement. Ha 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 ha. That's the spirit. Justice must be swift and true. I see it in your eyes. There is hope for your rehabilitation and return to society. I will never give up on you. Prosecutor Blackwell doesn't seem to intimidate Detective Fulbright. Well, you know what they say. Ignorance is bliss. Oh, so that's why Detective Fulbright was assigned to Blackwell. He's so oblivious. Guess it works. Now, let's have your first statement, Detective Fulbright. Sometimes I keep up to date with what's been going on at Twitch, at YouTube. Yeah, Twitch has been interesting lately. I mean, yeah, I've been reading things like TwitchCon has been kind of a shit show. I didn't go, obviously. And this changes on Twitch. I mean, I feel like I'm not big enough. I'm definitely not big enough for them to affect me at all, so I've just been kind of doing my thing. You got it. But first, I'd like to say to the defense that justice will ultimately prevail. Alright, well, it's the obligatory idiot detective first testimony. Alderman Cubey was murdered with a spear that had been on the wall. The fingerprints of the defendant, Damien Tenma, were found in the murder weapon. At the time, Alderman Cubey was asleep from a drug he unwittingly ingested. Mayor Tenma attacked his helpless victim, impaling him like a human shish kebab. But the sudden pain jolted the victim awake, and he grabbed a statue and struck back. Alderman Cubey had been slipped some kind of sleep-inducing drug? That's right. The accused was scared because the alderman was a former pro wrestler. So he slipped him a drug to make sure he'd be out cold and defenseless. But he didn't know that, though. Here's the autopsy report to prove it. That's pretty easy to counter. He had no idea he was the Amazing Ninetales until we showed the mask to him in the detention center. And the victim managed to attack his attacker despite being impaled by a spear? That sounds almost superhuman. Is it even possible? Well, he was a former That's not how you say words. He was a former pro wrestler, after all. That spear was probably nothing more than a mosquito bite to him.
Objection!
Not so fast. Don't try to brush it all off by saying that Alderman had been a pro wrestler. Do you really expect us to believe he could fight back after being skewed by a spear? Never heard of the incredible feats of which man is capable of in a pinch, have you? I feel like I'm going to change his voice once I hear his objections and stuff, but I'm just going to roll with this for now. Like the samurai of yore, wrestlers can battle through intense pain. It sharpens their senses. I used to talk about it with a former wrestler I met in the clink. I don't know. It still sounds a little far-fetched. Does it now? Then perhaps we should test the theory on you with the edge of my blade. Ouch. Ouch, the edge. I didn't sign up for this. And so your life is spared. For now. Please let those shackles be made of titanium. I don't want to die. Ha ha! My investigations are as thorough as they are foolproof. Well, my name isn't Fulbright. I vow to resign immediately if I ever make a false arrest. Well, he's gonna lose his job. Very soon. The accused's prints were on the weapon. And he's the one person without an alibi. Quite decisive evidence. Wouldn't you agree, your baldness? He's just accepting the your baldness thing, I guess. The defendant is sounding guiltier by the minute. He has the judge leaning toward a guilty verdict. The trial's just barely begun. What's more, a curious rumor about the accused is making the rounds. What is this, Art? They say he seeks the merger for the purpose of freeing Tenmataro from his imprisonment. Truth be told, I can think of no real reason to show interest in that backwards burg. Perhaps he's a complete nutter and really does seek to release an imaginary demon. Either way, he's raving mad, and more than capable of murdering the alderman.
That mayor is a strange one, alright. I heard he went to a blood drive, but instead of donating, he tried to make a withdrawal. Wait, that's hilarious. Yes, hello, I'd like to make a withdrawal of blood, please. Please, juice me up.
Order, there will be no gossiping in my court.
Your baldness, please take a gander at those charms plastered across his cranium. I hear they're meant to keep him safe from possession by the demon Tenmataro. Then again, perhaps he's already under the demon's spell. Behold, the lunatic appears poised to lunge at you at any moment. Eep. The rumors and quirks of Mayor Tenma have no relevance to this case. Besides, those charms on his head, they're just a fashion statement. I think.
Well, come to think of it, such things don't seem relevant to the case, do they?
The prosecution will refrain from dragging our client's reputation to the mud. Oh, what a dreadfully fearsome lass we have here. Whew. Thanks for that lifeline, Athena. Careful, Apollo. He has the judge dancing in the palm of his hand. The power of suggestion is one of the more powerful tools in Simon Blackwell's arsenal. He's trying to manipulate everyone's impressions to suit his objectives. This guy really is bad news.
In any case, it seems the victim did manage to defend himself, despite being impaled. What sort of weapon did he use against his attacker?
None other than this statue right here.
It appears to be a statue of two strange creatures locked in battle.
Two yokai, to be exact. On one side is the nine-tailed fox, and on the other, Tenmataro. Quite interesting if you think about it. It's as though this very case were rendered in art. No prints can be found. Well, finally, it's cross-examination time. Let's go. Hold it. Apollo's voice does sound deeper. So, those chambers on the wall of the Fox Chamber. Oh, those weapons on the wall of the Fox Chamber. Excuse me. I presume those are real. Don't you think keeping real weapons around like that is rather dangerous?
No matter what he collected, the alderman insisted it be the real deal. For instance, he had a real demon's club in his possession.
Apparently, one of his ancestors claimed it after defeating a demon in battle. What? No, that's got to be an old wives' tale.
The alderman had pure, unadulterated justice flowing in his veins. Whatever he did it right. We've lost a real champion of justice in his death. Nothing but claptrap and balderdash, if you ask me. Now stop your bleeding and tell us about the weapon. Your wish is my command. Let's see. Found the murder weapon. Doesn't make sense if you think about it. Prince could be easily wiped off. You do have a point there. I venture to say, he did not wipe off the prince because he could not. What do you mean?
Looks like he wants you to figure it out. Well, don't just stand there. Show him who's boss.
I'm totally lost. So why don't you just tell me the answer already?
Cold shoulder. I don't think he saw that plea for help.
Feeling alright, kid? Running a fever, perhaps?
I wish Browse came with a reset button. Oh, thanks, Edna. For the 100 bits. That's very kind of you. Yeah. Appreciate your support. Yeah, let's hope that it goes my way, huh? I don't even know what the cut is on bits.
Well, all the specifics may yet come to light. Please proceed, Detective Fulbright.
I think QB was asleep from a drug he unwittingly ingested. Did we find any drug bottles? Come to think of it, a coffee cup was found on the floor. Was the sedative in his coffee?
Bingo! We found traces of a sleeping agent all over the inside of the cup.
And that is why he was out cold. That is until he leapt to his feet upon being impaled by the mare.
What an awful way to wake up.
A rather stimulating eye-opener, if you ask me. I too would have risen to the attack. For to die in battle is the samurai way. Yeah, honestly, who knows with Twitch? Very true. Paradise awaits fallen heroes. But that hole in his stomach would make eating a challenge. He's cracking himself up. These animations are pretty good. I like the one where he like taps his head. It's very forceful.
Prosecutor Blackwell, please. These morbid jokes of yours have no place in this court.
Says the jester in the detective's guise.
Moving right along.
Let's see. Mayor Tenma attacked his helpless victim, impaling him like a human shish kebab. That's one way to put it. So the alderman was drugged because he was really strong.
Did you see those rock-hard muscles of his?
I mean, no?
I'm surprised the spear even managed to pierce that armor-like musculature. I admit, I'm completely jealous of that righteous body of his. Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha. Well, he did look pretty buff, even in that suit he had on. Quite a difference when compared with a yellow belly like you. Yellow belly? Who even says that anymore? Yellow belly? Is that a thing? Yeah, and the color's all wrong too. Oh, I know. How about a squishy red tomato? I move to strike both of your comments from the record.
Mr. Justice's character is not the issue here. Now, let's get back to what happened after the far more muscular alderman was impaled.
Yes, well, your average person would likely have died on the spot. There's no way, though. Could he really have attacked his attacker after being impaled with that huge spear?
Absolutely. After all, he was once a pro wrestler. The injustice of being drugged and speared was answered with a righteous counterattack.
Does being a former pro wrestler make him superhuman?
Absolutely. After all, he was one of the good guys, like a superhero on the side of justice. Even though he was retired, he could still do his superhero... he could still don his superhero guise in times of need.
I still haven't heard an objection from the other guy. You need to lay off the comic books, detective. We're talking about real life here.
Yeah, real life, where... where we have court systems like this.
Setting aside the half-wit's flights of fancy, the fact is this. The court-ordered post-mortem concluded the victim moved after his skewering. So he found the strength somehow to attack his attacker, huh? Detective Fulbright's testimony sounds airtight. No wonder he's so confident.
No, he only thinks it's airtight. It's up to us to poke some holes in it.
What about the alderman fighting back? Sounds like a big hole ready to be poked.
Yeah.
See what we can present. No prints. There you go. Just present this. Objection! Did the alderman really strike the mayor?
What? Are you questioning my sense of justice?
Your so-called justice needs to find itself a pair of legs to stand on.
Ooh. Ooh.
You claim the alderman struck back after the mayor put a spear through him. The statue he supposedly used to defend himself carries a major hole in your theory. Oh, creates a major hole in your theory.
It would appear that the defense has a counter-argument. Very well, let's hear what the defense thinks is odd about the detective statue theory.
No fingerprints, baby. That background music played for like 5 seconds. There are no fingerprints on this supposedly crucial piece of evidence. And if you look at the crime scene photo, you'll notice that the alderman isn't wearing gloves.
Yes, I believe he is quite gloveless indeed.
If he touched the statue with his bare hands, he should have left some fingerprints. Detective Fulbright, you did take that into account during your investigation, didn't you?
Ah, this can't be happening. Did I arrest the wrong man? Fucking idiot.
You did it, Apollo. You knocked Detective Fulbright off his high horse. Well, it's just 1 point in our favor. Who do you suppose clubbed the mayor if it wasn't the alderman? Well, if it wasn't the alderman... Sorry about all this Twitch and YouTube stuff. No, it's... Honestly, it's like interesting to think about, right? Because, I mean, it's... it's like, kind of like the future of entertainment, right? And if the creators aren't supported enough, well, what are we supposed to do? Also, I just like having people talk in my chat. It's nice to interact with my chat. I don't get that a lot with my viewer base because it's so small. So when I do, I really do appreciate it. Starting out? Well, yeah, I suppose I am. Thank you again for the 100 bits. You're too kind. That means someone else must have clubbed the mayor. You mean there was a third party here in the Fox Chamber? Exactly. And this could be the big break we've been looking for.
There does seem to be a hole in the prosecution's argument. Prosecutor Blackwell, would you care to respond to the defense's assertion?
The least he could do is look at me while being dismissive. No, he's got to be edgy and brooding. Okay, he's saying he's putting like Japanese in his English too. Fudge, ignore that. Okay, I get what you're trying to say though. It's respectable. It really is. Thank you for your service.
Your mind is as dull as an unhoned blade, Justice Dono.
Justice Dono? He's been watching too many samurai flicks.
It will take far more than that to cut down Simon Blackwell.
A whelp such as you has no hope against my superior swordsmanship. This is a trial, not a sword fight, Prosecutor Blackwell. There is a perfectly good explanation for the lack of prints on the statue. You might recall that blood-stained cloth found at the scene of the crime. Well, it just so happens that the blood was the mayor's. Watching them grow in a non-stalker way. I get it, yeah. So, what are you getting at?
Hone your mind, boy. Why was there blood on that cloth? Solve that riddle, and you shall see that the hole you thought you found is but an illusion.
Now let's see, how was that cloth used? Was it used... let's see, court record. You know, watching small streamers grow, it's like going to the zoo. You know, watching if you're regular, you can watch all the animals grow up over time. That was a weird analogy, but that was the first thing that I thought of. What was it used for? To wrap the statue? I think it was used to wipe up blood, right? Maybe the cloth was used to wipe as much of the mayor's blood as possible off the statue. And in the process... Guess it's like a tree? That's probably a better way to put it. The culprit inadvertently erased the alderman's fingerprints as well. Oh, he's British. Okay. Edgy and British? How do I do that?
But the mayor did not bother to wipe away his own fingerprints on the murder weapon. Why would he wipe down one weapon, but not the other? Careful now. Use what little brains you have left before you speak.
Give me a do-over on that one, please. Now let's see, how was that cloth used? To wrap the statue, probably? Why would he need a head covering? Maybe the alderman wrapped the statue in the cloth. Sure, he wasn't touching the statue directly when he used it to strike back at the mayor. Ah! Wrong again?
Precisely. Bully for you, boy.
That was nothing. Apollo, don't let him start manipulating you too. You just closed the hole for the prosecution.
I did?
I did.
Right. That statue wrapped in cloth would leave no fingerprints as plain as day. But this also proves that there are no holes in our theory of the alderman striking back. I fucked up. Oops.
wrapped in a large cloth. Now, do you see how dull your mind is? Okay, I think I was supposed to do that, though. I'll make sure to sharpen it next time. Okay, so I got it right. I think. A particularly frightening inmate once told me that. He always tenderly honed his blades before he went to work, like the samurai of yore. This guy's such a weeb.
Samurai? Sounds more like a homicidal maniac to me.
Actually, he was working in the prison kitchen at the time.
Wait, so the inmate was murdering samurai prison chef? That's awesome.
It would seem that the victim and his killer were the only ones there after all.
It's kind of attached to that hole. Out of context. Ace Attorney lines? Anyone? Feel free to screenshot. Apollo, I just thought of something. If they didn't find anyone's fingerprints on the statue, who's to say someone other than the alderman didn't hit the mayor with it?
Why didn't I think of that? Anybody could have not left prints on it.
Genius.
Then who, pray tell, struck the mayor with the statue? Please, illuminate us with your wisdom, young lady.
There's only one answer. The real killer.
Prove the existence of this real killer, then. What evidence have you?
Oh, I'll give you evidence, all right. Athena, you sure about this? To borrow your words, Apollo, I'm fine. Take a look at this. Black feathers and tracks, allegedly from a yokai, were found at the scene. I believe they're from the third party who struck the mayor with that statue.
Is the defense actually suggesting some kind of monster killed that alderman?
That's exactly what I'm suggesting.
Objection!
Huh? No, Athena. You just lost what little credibility we had left. Ah! Sorry. Guess I got carried away.
Mr. Justice, we've no time to deal with objections between members of the defense.
Sorry, Your Honor. It's just... This kid's still, well, a kid. Flowers in a field. I'm enjoying them a lot. I mean, for me to play the first 4 games before this one, I feel like that's a good enough sign for me to know that I'm enjoying these games enough to keep playing them. Yeah, it really scratches that mystery game itch. There's a gaping hole left after I beat the Somnium Files and Nirvana Initiative and Danganronpa, like way back when. But yeah, for some reason I never touched Ace Attorney, and that's like the last big mystery visual novel series that I touched. I'm glad I finally got to play it. Ouch, you meanie! I'm reporting this to Mr. Wright.
So, is this court to believe that the feathers and tracks are from a yokai, as you put it?
Oh, even the Edgeworth ones? I haven't played those yet. Are they good? I know they're like kind of spin-offs, but also not. And also one of them is not translated yet, but maybe it is translated and I just haven't found out yet. No, Your Honor. I believe they are a fabrication. The real killer wants us to believe some sort of monster murdered the alderman.
Interesting. And why do you suppose the killer would do that?
Why indeed?
Mr. Justice, you seem as new to this as your partner is.
Ouch. This I'm not reporting to Mr. Wright.
Boy. Fulbright. Explain to his baldness what these brats are missing. No. The who and why behind those feathers and tracks. What? You mean you can explain all that?
His mouth is so weird in this one.
Ha 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 ha. Our investigative prowess is without equal.
Starting to think I chose the wrong profession.
Very well, let's hear about these so-called yokai feathers and tracks.
It's money time.
This entire case centers on one man's attempt to crush opposition to the municipal merger. Mayor Tenma panicked when the amazing Ninetales helped embolden the protesters. So he stoked the villagers' fears by fabricating a monster. The strange feathers and tracks he planted made it look like a yokai was a killer.
Those feathers and tracks stoked the villagers' fears?
Absolutely. He knew exactly how to prey on the superstitious minds.
It's interesting. Okay, maybe I'll give it a shot. Honestly, I kind of do want to give it a shot because, well, anything Edgeworth, I'm down for. I miss him. He hasn't shown up in a long time. I hope Edgeworth is in this game.
His feathers only gave weight to the idea that the alderman was slain by a demon. The accursed demon Tenmataro, that is. Tenma who? Tenmataro, the legendary demon locked away in the village's forbidden chamber. From a young age, the villagers are taught to fear the great black-feathered demon, and thus were they blinded to other, more plausible explanations.
Hold on for a second. Before we start letting our imaginations run wild, is there someone else that could be considered a suspect?
Mr. Justice, please explain yourself.
On the day of the incident, there was a special event held at QB Manor. And as part of this event, there is someone dressed in the likeliness of Tenmatara. Obviously, this person is a much more likely suspect than any legendary demon.
Objection!
Objection! Dillard, you are playing right in the killer's mind game, right into the killer's mind games.
What?
Listen here. The feathers and tracks were merely red herrings. The villagers believed the murder to be the work of the real Tenmataro. However, the police believe that the person in the Tenmataro suit is the killer. Ah! The defendant sought to sow this confusion in order to deflect the blame away from himself. However, he was knocked unconscious by the alderman. Thus, our mentally deficient mayor was caught red-handed at the scene of the crime.
Objection!
That is ridiculous. You honestly believe Mayor Tenma would do something so stupid?
Objection!
The evidence speaks for itself. Ooh, Wright. Right. It was the mayor's last-ditch effort to stop the opposition before things go crazy. The amazing Ninetales was fueling both the yokai craze and the anti-merger movement. Plus, he's one of the better-known masked wrestlers, and the hometown favorite.
Yeah, there's definitely a game out there to be emulated. Copy of the game. I mean, what? No, I would never pirate. I don't condone piracy. Emulation, though, is morally correct. I'm sure if you have to buy that full cartridge, it would be super expensive, though.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yawning on stream? How shameful. That's why the mayor panicked and set out on a path of injustice. Do the people of Ninetails Vale really believe a yokai is behind crime? Are you trying to sell in the streets? Yeah, I'm just gonna go into my local back alley. My local DS game guy. He's gonna be like, hey, I got the goods. He opens his jacket, his big trench coat, and under his sleeve is like rows and rows of used DS games. I got here Miles Edgeworth Investigations. Ooh, I also got a rare copy of Pokemon Soul Silver. You know how much those go for? I know you want one of those. Dude, the Pokemon games are so expensive, it's ridiculous. I'm so glad I kept my cartridges. Yokai sightings are an everyday event there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I must say, a crime that preys upon innocent, impressionable minds. Just so, a particularly silver-tongued inmate once had the following words for me. The innocent of heart are the easiest to prey. You don't say. Was this inmate a con artist? No. He was framed for the murder of his beloved. I actually felt sorry for the poor chap. Wait, so he wasn't the predator, but rather the prey? Damn. Yes, well then. The defense may proceed with their cross-examination. You know, the casual just roasting the justice system for imprisoning an innocent man. Gotta love the power move. Get the abandoned games. Yeah. Mimikyu? That's a good choice. I don't know if I could say I've related to any Pokemon myself. I mean, everyone has felt like Snorlax every now and then, right? Sometimes you just want to eat and sleep and that's it. Let's see. What do we have here? I guess we just have to press everything, right? Detective Fulbright, is the anti-merger movement really that strong? Oh, absolutely. They parade around in yokai costumes shouting, "Down with Mayor Tenma!" And just the other day, they stormed Tenma City Hall, claiming it was a den of vipers. But when the accused showed his face... Oh, when you meant relate, you just like liked it in general. Okay. I see. The angry mob scattered like leaves upon an autumn wind. But you see, lowly yokai are no match for Tenma Taro, the dark lord of their kind. Is Tenma Taro like an actual yokai, or is it just one that they made up for this game? Wait, are the villagers scared of Mayor Tenma or Tenma Taro? I'm confused. I think he means Mayor Tenma. It's easy to get the wrong impression about the guy. Detective Fulbright, why do you suppose the defendant would commit such an act? Which Pokemon? Garbodor? Or is it Garbodor? Actually, it's probably Garbodor, right? Because it's like garbage and odor together. But I don't know. When I first played Black and White, I just said Garbodor because I don't know. It sounds better off the tongue, right? Yeah, tomato, tomato. Arceus, Arceus. Whatever. The Amazing Ninetales. Oh, speaking of Pokemon, new Sword and Shield trailer came out. Fucking VTuber looking ass gym leader. It's strange seeing voice acting for a Pokemon video game trailer. Gave me false hope that there'd be voice acting in the actual video game, but probably not. Probably not. The Amazing Ninetales. No one knows his true identity, right? That's right. And he was a lone wolf, or in other words, he didn't belong to a wrestling federation. I mean, I'm kind of like, I think it's like pretty cool. Like, am I a fan of her personality? No, but I think like on its own, it's a perfectly fine trailer. Like it's relevant to to today's, you know, VTuber. Yes, VTuber strone landscape. The Mario trailer I liked. I mean, it was weird just hearing a normal guy's voice coming out of Mario's body, but, you know, nothing can be perfect, I guess. And also, a whole movie with, like, a Charles Martinet style, like, wahoo, yahoo! Yippee, let's go! It might be, I don't know, grating. Even though I love Mario's original voice. I mean, who doesn't? Yeah. I'm sure they're gonna work on it too. Jack Black, though, really fucking killed it as Bowser. And before anyone knew it, he was the champion. Like the samurai of yore, surrounded thick with enemies, he cut them down one by one. It was a complete and utter loss of face for Tenma Town Pro Wrestling. He was amazing. If there ever was a real superhero, it would be him. I dream of becoming a true champion of justice like him someday. I bet Detective Fulbright would be a great pro wrestler. Honestly, he would. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Arthur from Fire Emblem Fates. They're pretty much the same guy. You could even team up with Prosecutor Blackwell, not Professor. This isn't Pokemon. Police detective and a prisoner in chains? You know, I think people would actually pay to see that. I know I would. So you do understand the greatness that is the Amazing Ninetales. Did the murder in yokai evidence really stoke the villagers' fears? Absolutely. It had an immediate effect. The presumed return of the dreaded Tenmataro has them shaking in their boots. Oh my. Is it really that bad? That superstitious lot. It's as if Jack the Ripper had been set loose in their village. I keep on forgetting this guy's British. The mere thought of that demon lurking about is enough to spark a massive exodus. I see. That's a very persuasive argument. The mere thought of His Honor buying into Simon the Psycho Slasher's words makes me want to spark my own exodus out of the courtroom right about now. So you see, there can only be one reason why anyone would plant those feathers and tracks. That doesn't add up. If what you say is true, why top it off with murder? What do you mean? Claim that our client planted the yokai evidence to stoke the villagers' fears. If so, then why not stop there? Why murder Alderman QB? Excellent point. It is, isn't it? So, Your Honor. So, Your Honor agrees there was no reason for the murder, correct?
Objection!
The killing was spur of the moment. You're saying it wasn't meditated? Premeditated. From the outset, I had no intention of paying heed to any of your babble. However, the fact is, the mayor made a startling discovery. Nintendo haven't made a movie since the live-action one? Huh. Really? I mean, that doesn't surprise me, I guess. I mean, they are a games company, not a movie company. I feel like good video game adaptations to like other watchable media is a pretty recent thing. Like, before Arcane came out, I honestly can't think of anything that was like a good video game movie / show that was truly like good on its own. Oh yeah, I heard Halo was trash. I never watched it. Thankfully, I did not waste my time. Cyberpunk though, that's a banger. Starting Discovery. Why don't I like the sound of that? Alderman QB's secret identity. Hello. I think Prosecutor Blackwell has figured out the Alderman's secret identity. But even if he has, why would it be a motive for the mayor to commit murder? This is not good. You like the graphics? Yeah, it is a beautiful show. The Studio Trigger, I mean, it's very much a Studio Trigger production, which I like Studio Trigger, so I mean, well, they don't always make good stuff, right? But like a vast majority of their stuff is good. Kill la Kill, banger. Panty and Stocking, banger. I haven't watched B&A. I haven't watched what else have they made? I think I've watched everything like except B&A. The only thing I did not like was Darling in the Franxx, and that was because of its writing, not because of its animation. Darling in the Franxx fucking went. It went places. That's for sure. It's from the mask worn by the Amazing Ninetales. Therefore, we can conclude that this mask was at the crime scene. Oh my, but why would it have been there? The victim was a former pro wrestler and a member of the anti-merger movement. Need I say more? Well, Judge, come on, use your brain to use. There we go. Oh, could it really be? Your baldness has had an epiphany, I see. I heard Cyberpunk has been patched a lot recently, and apparently it's better. I have the game, and I haven't played it yet. Maybe I'll play it on stream, but it's also like a really long RPG, and I don't know if I want to stream another one of those after Xenoblade for a while. I mean, maybe, but even if I do want to stream an RPG, I'd rather play something like, I don't know, SMT5 before that. I've had SMT5 in my backlog for so long, ever since it came out. Like, it's really bad that it's been sitting there. Because like sometimes I'm like, oh man, I really want to play this game, but also I also want to stream it because streaming is fun. Play what you want to play and I'll watch it regardless. Oh, that's very kind. Thank you again for the 100 bits. Man, you're just really showering me in these things tonight, aren't you? Not that I'm complaining. Our victim... Oh, that's Blackwell. Our victim, Rex QB, was the amazing Ninetales. And the mayor's discovery of such was his motive for murder. No! What do you mean, no? It's obvious. Order! Order! I'll be back real quick. I'll grab some tissues for my nose. Alright, I'm back. Oh, I see that drink water. Let me get my bottle real quick. Okay. Cheers. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Let's resume. What a shocking development. Motive clearer than crystal clear. What do we do now, Apollo? How did we tie the alderman's secret identity into the mayor's motive for murder? At last we've reached my final point. Why did the alderman have to forge a secret identity? Does it not pique your interest, your baldness? Stay hydrated. True. I admit it does. It is odd that he had to create this other persona, just to secretly participate in the anti-merger movement. Very astute of you, your boldness. Right. Now take a look at this. Blackmail letter. Oh shit. If you value your dearest's life, you will merge Ninetales Vale with Tenma Town. This blackmail letter was found in Alderman QB's pocket. What? At present, the Alderman's wife is in the hospital. That letter is clear evidence that the mayor was blackmailing him by threatening her life. They were both blackmailed? Wait, didn't the blackmail letter sent to Mayor Tenma go missing? Oh, maybe it was Tenma's blackmail letter in Alderman's pocket. Right after the Alderman's murder? You think maybe the killer took the letter from the mayor after the murder and planted it into the Alderman's pocket? It's possible, but we don't have any proof that that's what happened. Thinking about being up the creek without a paddle. Ugh. Mayor Tenma would have made a clean getaway if he just left after planning the yokai things. But he was knocked out cold by his sudden decision to kill the amazing Ninetales.
So it was the amazing Ninetales' counterattack that brought the entire crime to light.
Wait a sec. Wright's claiming that the mayor killed the alderman after planting the yokai evidence. After planting the yokai evidence. And that the mayor was knocked out cold immediately after that? Detective Fulbright, please add your previous statement to your testimony. No, but that's bullshit, because if you look at the scene of the crime here, the blood is below the feathers. So there is no way the killing could have happened after the planting of the feathers and tracks.
Objection!
This game's easy. Or maybe I'm just a genius, who knows. Detective Fulbright, your sense of justice is anything but fair.
What's this? You dare question my justice again?
Yes, and I'm going to prove it to you. Take a look at this photo.
This is a crime scene photo. Just what does this prove?
It proves when the feathers and tracks were planted.
I already told you they were planted before the murder. The defendant planted the yokai evidence, then was knocked out while killing the victim.
His victim, not the victim. That would be impossible. If you look right here, it's clear when the feathers and tracks were left at the scene. Here, I guess?
Take that!
Aren't you just pointing to yokai feathers and tracks, Mr. Justice?
Well, yes. Yes, see how the feathers are on top of the blood and the tracks were made in blood? In other words, the yokai evidence could have only resulted after the murder.
Then the mayor must have planted the evidence after killing the alderman.
But you said it yourself, the mayor had been knocked out unconscious thereafter. There would have been no time for him to plant any evidence at all. Therefore, there must have been someone else besides the mayor and the alderman at the crime scene.
There must be some mistake.
Here's your theory on the judges. It's either he can copy himself or family genetic things. What is this, like a Nurse Joy Officer Jenny type situation? I feel like the latter theory is more plausible. Although, the prospect of Judge being able to, I don't know, like do mitosis or something like that, it's pretty funny. He just goes home and splits in two and then just goes on his way. Nothing happened.
Where's your evidence? You can't possibly have any, can you?
Ha 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 ha. Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. In fact, I have an eyewitness's testimony for you.
You do? But how?
Oh my god. Trying to do the little like puppy dog eyes and this guy.
Was my vaunted sense of justice really just half-baked?
He's taking this really hard. Feeling cute. Yeah, I guess. Feeling cute. Might delete. What's up, Neo Mega Kupo? Or just Kupo for short. Hope you've been doing well.
Mr. Justice. What is this testimony regarding a third party that you claim to have?
I have it right here, Your Honor. It's a sworn testimony of Mr. Tenma's daughter. The witness, Jinxie Tenma, saw a yokai in the hallway after stumbling upon the scene. It was the demon Tenma Taro. He's the source of those feathers and tracks. Just dropping to say hi, but you have to sleep. Hey, no worries. We'll probably have to end soon-ish too. My schedule is a lot earlier this time of year. Glad you stopped by at least. Wait, hold Let me check that again. Huh. Will somebody please say something? The defense will explain to the court exactly what he means. You dare mock this court and justice itself? You're unfit to bear your name, boy. Your boldness. It appears our defense attorney here is delirious from exhaustion. That is a very appropriate emote. You seem to have all the right emotes for the situation. I should commission some emotes. Been streaming for so long without them. I just need to find the right artist. I'll find one eventually. Apollo, think of something quick, before you're held in contempt of court. What do you think I'm trying to do? Before you decide whether I should step down, please, hear me out. Very well, Mr. Justice, I'm all ears. But you'd better explain yourself well. What was this yokai you were talking about? It's all in this statement here. Jinxie Tema asserts that she saw Temataro. After she discovered the crime scene and called the police, she came around a corner in the hall. It was around here. She saw Temataro fleeing toward the foyer. The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster. You got gifted that sub. You just came from that streamer. Wow. Coincidence. Is the one who left those feathers and tracks behind, intentionally or otherwise. What? How incredibly unjust! Why haven't I heard about this before? The defense just proved there was someone else. So the woman wasn't the killer? It was all set up. The prosecutor is a convicted felon after all. Apollo, the momentum has shifted in our favor. Good. Now let's keep it that way. Objection! That was a fancy objection. Little do you realize that though you are in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken. Sword? I didn't know I had one to break. Well, Apollo. Every man's got his sword, so to speak. Are you implying there's a problem with my claim? Consider this. If that yokai impersonator had indeed fled toward the foyer, that fool and that fop would have seen him. Fool and fop? Oh, you mean Filch and LaBelle. Well, now that you mention it. Both Phineas Filch and Florent LaBelle were in the foyer at the time. They haven't stated they saw a yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that yokai was but a figment of a scared little girl's imagination? Why didn't those two see the Temataro impersonator pass by? Why don't we ask them questions? I was just about to say that myself. No, really, I was. The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor, to the stand. I know he must have seen something. You played Dual Destinies but never finished it? You know, I remember playing like a free mobile version of Dual Destinies like a while ago. I think it only had like the first part of its first prologue case, but yeah, I just played like an hour of that and then I just never played the game again. I suppose we can ignore the fact that the little girl believes she saw a monster. Some new games, he never went back to it, just had it on 3DS. Ooh. You watch it on YouTube, huh?
Just you have no objections to Mr. Justice's request, Prosecutor Blackwell? I understand that Mr. Filch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby.
I'm sure he went on a pickpocketing spree. I knew that Tanuki was a rare find. But when we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with him as you will. Did he just say captured? No, wait. I want to know.
Very well then. Bailiff, please go wake up Mr. Filch and escort him to the witness stand.
And we will.
Will the witness state his name and occupation, please? We will
get into this guy in our next Ace Attorney stream. Yeah, I think it's about time we ended the stream here. I gotta sleep early-ish. 3 past midnight. It's not that early. Early for me though. You finished Resident Evil 3 remake and started Bayonetta 2? I need to play Bayonetta 2. I have the game on Switch, and it was so nice that they include both Bayo 1 and 2 for the price of one game. That's like crazy. So, yeah, I kind of want to do that eventually. Excited for Bayo 3. Got the 2-pack also. Yeah, it's like one of the better deals on Switch, considering Switch games are so damn expensive. It's almost comical how much money they cost. At least compared to, I guess, PC games. I mean, other console games, we have like the PS5 out here with $70 games. Like, seriously? Which one do we save over here? Alright. That's gonna be it. I will be back on... today's Wednesday, so I'll be back on Sunday. Hopefully. We'll be pretty busy the weekend, though, so no promises on being on time, though. Mostly buy games that are 50% or more on sale. Smart. Although, it has been getting harder to go by that rule, I've noticed nowadays, because stuff on Steam, it's like, even on their seasonal sales, like a lot of stuff doesn't go below, I guess, 40% off. There's a lot of like the new-ish games that like came out a year ago or something like that. Yeah, I also have a pretty big backlog too, so I don't think I'm going to be spending money on games for quite a bit. Unless something comes out that I really want to play right away. Like maybe Pokemon or something. Game Freak keeps on making these like okay games. Like they're not terrible, but like they're okay, but keep on buying them. I'm a sucker. What can I say? I've never played a Resident Evil game before. If I was to start on one, what would you recommend to start on? Actually, the reason I've never played Resident Evil before was because like I'm just like not a big horror game guy, so I don't know. Horror games are just so good at scaring you. It's scary. The beginning, RE1. The GameCube one? I heard 4 is more action-based, yeah. Decisions. I'm sure Resident Evil 1 already got remade plenty of times. Wait, no, the GameCube one is the remake, right? The original one came out on PlayStation or something, I think. Yeah. Resident Evil. Classics 2 remake 7. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, that's something to think about. In my free time, I guess. Yeah, 7 and Village are first person. Know that much. Alright, well, time to sign off. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate all of your support. VODs are on YouTube, as usual. I need to get my Xenoblade VODs up. I forgot to do them for the last 2 streams. I'll get that sorted out tomorrow. Start with classic all the way. It's not played in order. Yeah, okay. The games for October. It's true. It's Halloween season coming up. Well, like I said before, next stream will be on Sunday night. I'll be playing Xenoblade 3 then. Let's see, anything else I need to say? I don't think so. Well, I guess if you just want to watch Ace Attorney, it's going to be next Wednesday. Yeah, thanks Edna and Kupo for hanging out. These are definitely a lot more livelier with chatters. Appreciate you. Alright, well, good night everyone. Take care of yourselves, stay hydrated. I'll see you in the next stream. I'll be waiting.